So after load category data and product data on web page and filter product data according to particular category. Now we want to load order cart data on web page. When page load, so we have goes into add order component file. So first here, we have to create a function to load saved data, so we have to write constant loadCart arrow function. Inside this, first we have to check if any cart data is saved in browser memory, so we write constant stored cart equal to localStorage get item cart. Now here, we have to check if we actually found any data, so we write if condition for checking that stored cart variable. If data is there, so here, we have to convert it back to object and save it in state, so we have to write setCart function with json.parse stored cart. So here, our loadCart data function is ready, and now we want to make another function for calculate cart total. So here, we have to write the main calculation function, so we have to define constant updateCartTotals arrow function. Inside this function, we have to write gross total element variable is equal to document.getElement by id function with element id order gross total. So here, we have select HTML element order gross total data and store under this gross total element variable. After this, we have to write taxes element variable is equal to document.getElement by id function with element id order taxes. So here, we have select HTML element order taxes data and store under this taxes element variable. Below this, we have to write net total element variable is equal to document.getElement by id function with element id order net total. So here, we have select HTML element order net total data and store under this net total element variable. Now for calculation, so here, we have to start with 0, so we have to write let gross total equal to 0. Now for calculate cart total, so we have to write cart dot for each function with item variable as parameter. Under this function, we have to write gross total variable is equal to item.price variable plus item.quantity variable. So here, we have to calculate total price of all items, so we loop through cart array using for each, and inside, we add price multiplied by quantity to our gross total variable. After total calculation, so here, we have to calculate tax, so we write constant tax amount equal to gross total, multiply by tax rate, and divide by 100. And here, we have to get the final bill amount, so we have to write constant net total equal to gross total plus tax amount. Now here, we have to update the screen, so if gross total element exists, so we have to set its inner text to currency symbol, plus gross total, which is fixed to 2 decimal places. Same way here, if taxes element exists, then we have to show the tax amount formatted with currency, which is fixed to 2 decimal places. And here also, if net total element exists, then we have to update it to show the final payable amount on the screen, which is fixed to 2 decimal places. After this, we have to write constant order button variable is equal to document.getElement by id method with button it order button. So here, we have get the property of submit button, and now we want to disable this button, if cart is empty. So here, we have to write, order button dot disabled property is equal to, cart dot length is equal to 0. So it will disable order button, if cart is empty. So here our update cart total function is ready, for update order cart amount data. Now below this, here we have to write, function to clear everything, so we have to define, constant reset order arrow function. Under this function, in first step here, we have to empty the state, so we have to write, set cart with empty array. After this, we have to clear the browser memory also, so we have to write, localStorage.remove item, with cart as parameter. And lastly here also, we want to refresh our product list, so we have to call fetch products function, and close the function. So this function will reset order item, under this new order web page. Now first, we want to call this loadCart function, on page load. So here, under useEffect function, we have to call this loadCart function, which will call loadCart function, on page load. After this, we want to call resetOrder function, when we have to click on the new order button. So here, in new order button, we have to write, on click attribute is equal to, resetOrder, so when we have click on this button, then it will create new order. Now we want to display cart data, on web page. Now for displaying cart items, so here, we have to check that, if cart array has length greater than 0, then we proceed to loop. If cart is not empty, so here, we have to loop through all cart items, so we have to use, cart.map function. Inside loop, here, we have to create a table row, and pass item name as unique key for React. In first column here, we have to show the product name, so we put item.name, inside td tag, with 40% width. For second column, here we have to show quantity, so we create another table data tag. Inside this, here, we put an input element for quantity control. Here we set type to number, so user can easily adjust the quantity. We can set minimum value to 1, so quantity cannot be 0 or negative. Here we set the current value of input field to item.quantity. And here also, we apply small style for input width. For third column, so here, we show unit price, so we have to display currency symbol followed by price formatted to 2 decimal places. For fourth column, so here, we calculate and show total price for this item, which is price multiplied by quantity, and also formatted to 2 decimal places. For last column, here we have to make the delete button, so we open table data tag. Inside here, we create a button, with type button, and bootstrap classes for small red button. And we put small x inside button for delete icon, and then after close table data. Here we close the item map loop, and go to the else part, if cart is empty. If cart is empty, so here, we have to show a single table row, with 5 columns merged, displaying the message, no item in cart in the center. So this code will display product data on screen, when page has been loaded, and when any item add or remove into cart, then it will display updated item data inside this cart. So here, our code is ready for load cart data on page load. Now in browser, here we can see that add order page in the browser. Now we have refreshed web page. So here, we can see that in item cart, there is no item in cart message has been displayed. That means our load item into cart on page load is working, and now we will show you how to add or remove item into cart dynamically.